Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I want to thank you for taking the time to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's presentation, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I think is very important. I think that it's important for various reasons, because by addressing these reasons, we are able to move from the dis part of disability to the ability portion, where we focus on the ability rather than on the dis part of the word. To read the article, I'll put my glass back on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time. You are an important part of my process, and I always enjoy our times together. Here's the article. Dispelling the notion of dis-ability. I just do things in ways that work for me. Hello and welcome back to Second Chance to Live, my friend. Recently, I wrote an article, and recently a friend wrote an article, and I responded to him in the following comment. I thought I would share what I shared with my friend. Here's the comment. I can definitely identify with you on this front. I attempted to prove that I was not disabled for many years. I did so in an attempt to prove that I was not defective, that there was not something wrong with me, and as a result, I was worth loving and given respect. In my experience, I had to reach a point when the pain of denying my reality had to supersede my need to continue to deny my reality in my attempt to prove that there was nothing wrong or defective with me. In my experience, I had to confront my denial despite feeling defective and as though there was something wrong with me. In my experience, I had to confront my denial before I could begin to love and accept myself as an individual. In my experience, I discovered that I needed to move through the 5 stages of grieving, as posited by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross in her book on death and dying. The 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And what I've learned is that grieving can be done in various ways for various reasons. It does not have to be limited to the loss of a loved one, a pet, or a relationship. In my experience, I discovered that I needed to confront both my denial and the denial systems that set about me before I could dispel the notion of dis-ability. In my experience, I discovered that I needed to work through these stages before I could begin to see the possibilities of my ability. In my experience, I had to work through the first 4 stages to be able to get to a place of acceptance before I could stop defending myself for having experienced a brain injury. In my experience, I needed to get to a place of acceptance before I could begin to see that I was not defective or that there was not something wrong with me because I experienced a brain injury. In my experience, I needed to work on learning how to accept that I was powerless, or I am powerless, over the injury to my brain, while at the same time understanding that I'm not helpless. In my experience, as I began to realize that I was and am not helpless, I saw a light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. The light helped me to realize that I could get into action. The light helped me to realize that I could create a life for myself within my reality that would empower my life and in turn encourage people to see the light at the end of their proverbial tunnels. The light at the end of the proverbial tunnel helped me to realize that although I may have a disability, I am not dis-abled. I am not disabled. I just do things in ways that work for me. And that's a quote that I posited, Craig J. Phillips MRC. Today's thought: in the event that you are living with a disability, my encouragement to you, my friend, is not to focus on the dis, but focus on the ability. Look for ways to use the ability that you possess, your passion, skills, talents, and abilities in ways that will work for you. Learn something new, try something different, and see yourself flourish. This is the end of the video presentation of the article. Again, I want to encourage you before I go, as I need to remember, please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed to us in time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. So long now.